Kawa is a game of quiet contemplation where you and your friends guide petals down a beautiful river. It's a 2 to 4 player game that takes around 45 minutes to play. In this video, we'll be covering how to set up and play the game. First, take the 16 river tiles and replace 2 straight tiles with 2 special tiles. Place their corresponding special reference cards by the side of the table, where everyone can see them. They explain how the chosen special tiles affect the game this playthrough. Shuffle the 16 river tiles together, randomly laying them out to form a 4x4 grid. Make sure that the green setup markers in the corner of each tile all point in the same direction. Next, arrange the 4 water wheel tiles to form the lily pad. Place this beside the special reference cards. Then, each player chooses a starting tile. Takes its matching 7 petal tokens and 2 player tokens. Each player then places one of their player tokens on the water wheel. For this demo, just place them in any empty spot on the wheel. Lastly, each player takes one score tracker card. During the game, players should use this card and their other player token to track their points. During each round, players will flow downstream from the river's start to its end. Each river tile has a white line printed on it, showing whether the current on that card is moving straight ahead, to the right, or to the left. The ripples along the right of each card help clarify where the current is moving towards. Sometimes, tiles will flow off the river's edge, but players never flow backwards, upstream. First, players determine where along the river's start they will flow from. To do so, starting with the first player and proceeding in turn order, players will place their starting tile along the river's start. Next, we go in reverse turn order, meaning we start with the player in the 4th player space. Going from 4th to 3rd, then 2nd and 1st, players must swap 2 physically adjacent tiles anywhere on the river. Then flow down from their starting tile. The 4th player gets an extra swap. To flow down the river, players begin at their starting tile, then flow from tile to tile by following the white lines printed on them. Some tiles have an extra whirlpool marker printed on them. These tiles are unique. They rotate after players move through them. Whenever you move out of a tile with such a marker, change the tile's orientation after you do so. When you do so, make sure that the white line does not point upstream. Finally, if a player would flow off of either side of the river's edges, have them continue down the river from the other side, as though it connected onto the other bank. Putting everything together, in the example here, red would move from this tile, to this one, then finally to the last one. Once a player flows out into the river's end, they stop flowing. Whenever a player flows into any tile, all players who have a petal there gain points. Each player gains points equal to how many petals they have there. This includes your own petals. After players have gained points, you must put 1 petal onto that tile. In this example, red flows into this tile. Since red already has a petal there, they gain 1 point. Since yellow has a single petal and a double petal token there, yellow gains 3 points. Then, red places a single petal there and flows on. If you run out of petals, you must still flow all the way down the river, and players still score points. No stopping halfway. After every player has flowed down the river, the round ends. First, have each player take back their starting tile. Then, Players take turns taking back their petal tokens from the river, based on the icon shown on the water wheel. The first player takes back 3 petal tokens. The second player takes back 2. And the third player takes back 1. Then, the last row is washed away. Remove and shuffle those 4 tiles together. Any petal on those tiles are returned to their players. Randomly place those tiles in a row at the river's start. Make sure the green setup markers are in the correct position. Then, move all player tokens 1 space clockwise on the water wheel. Lastly, announce to the table which round of the game just finished. Then, continue playing rounds. The game ends after the 4th round. Simply compare who has the most points. That player is the winner. And that is how you play Kawa. If you'd like to refer to the rules in full, you can download a copy of our rule sheet at our website, or our BGG page. Check the description for the links.